Hello, everybody. How are we doing? It's a frickin' Monday. Gotta love it. Started off this Monday with some bullshit. On the Angry Viking show, that wasn't the bullshit. The technical difficulties that I was going through were. So started off, trying to connect up using the rig I got set up here right now. And, sorry, the backlight in the blue adds a little ambiance. But anyway, so started trying to get this hooked up through it and would not, for the life of me, connect. Don't know why. Just would not recognize the audio or the video, so I ended up having to go off on my cell phone. And then right in the middle of the damn thing, I got spam called over and over again by some asshole. And, kept declining it, but it ended up screwing with the video and the audio. Couldn't get it to connect back up. Anyway, that's a shame. I'm going to talk to the Viking about coming on here, possibly being a guest on this show. I think I got that all figured out, so that we can actually do that. But that, just the Monday bullshit you go through with technical difficulties. Gotta love it. And then the wife sends me out to mail a couple packages because she's like, selling some stuff on eBay. And so I go to the Staples to get some ink beforehand because she's got to print the labels, whatever. And walk in, and I did a video right after I walked out of the place. It was interesting. And, the manager right away, like, oh, well, do you have a mask you can put on? I said, no, I don't. So he tries to hand me one. I said, no, I'm good. I don't need one. And he said, well, you have to wear one. I said, well, why? Well, it's a government mandate. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. And then I just walked away, grabbed what I needed, went to the counter, paid for it, and walked out. That's simple, gotta love it. It, didn't put a mask on. No, I'm not bothering. I'm not playing this game. I'm not doing this stupid shit. It's so dumb. So dumb. And that's the real problem with the mask stuff is, like, if you do it, and this is what I explained to my wife. If you go along with it, you're going along with a lie. That's what you're doing. You are, it's like listening to somebody tell a lie and the truth and not correcting it. You have to, you have the responsibility of correcting that if you know the truth. You shouldn't just be going along with it. And I can't do it anymore. I can't go along with the lies. We got to stop that crap. Critter Me Timbers, happy Monday. Hello. And JK, haven't wore a mask yet and I won't. There you go. Good job. I'm trying to get more people to not wear them because, you know what? It's stupid. It is. It's just stupid. Sansere, hello. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. If everybody can do me a favor, you know what? Just do me one favor. Hey, Scott, good to see you, man. So if everybody can just do me one favor, take the link to this and share it out. Do what you can. Just share it out on whatever platform you can share it out on. I'd appreciate it. Facebook has me on another week-long group ban, in Facebook jail again. Go figure. I swear to God, me and the group that I've got going are the most censored on Facebook. Probably on all of social media, would be my guess. Yeah, so please do me a favor and share this thing out, wherever you're at. You're at Facebook, you're part of some groups there, share it out there. You're on Parler, you're on Discord, or whatever, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, whatever. Just share it out as much as you can. I'd appreciate it. We're getting shadow banned even on YouTube, so it's it's interesting. Hey, what can you do? So that's the thing, we gotta we got to fight the censorship, and the only way to do that is to continue to share it amongst ourselves. So that's the only way we're gonna beat this thing. And with that said, I want to first off want to bring up the channel memberships. So we set that thing up. It's just another avenue for people that want to support. So that if they want to, they can. You can become a member of the channel, join it. Different levels of that. And different shout outs that I'll give based on that. And it's a way to help support. That's all it really is. Nobody's we're not asking anybody to do it for sure. If you want to, feel free. It's a nice way to be able to help support. And so that's that. It's a new feature added to the channel recently. The other thing is, I got a call today from a buddy of mine who's pretty well connected in a few different things. He's in the political realm pretty heavily, and he's been with a lot of patriot groups pretty heavily throughout the years. Very strong Second Amendment supporter, and he just called me and he said, "Hey man, I gotta tell you, I just heard that the military units are being put on high alert, and they're having leave canceled right now in preparation for what the reaction is going to be to this RBG appointment bullshit." So so everybody kind of is aware there is going to be a massive reaction to, I don't know if it's going to be to Trump appointing somebody or the Congress or the Senate confirming them. I don't know which end it's going to go on, but one of those two, they're going to start to go nuts. And I said this since that night when it happened, and I was dead on, right away. I forget the guy's name, but, for that CNN reporter who ate brains, I wish he had some, but, he ate them, so that's fine. But they were immediately saying, burn it down, if Trump appoints a replacement. Well, you know what? That's what it says in the Constitution. That's what he's supposed to do. There's the checks and balances of Congress being able to stop him if they want to, but I just don't think they're going to. Hold on, let me see here. Happy Hour Al, man. Hey. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Al. Good to see you. Looks like you found the channel. Yes, sir. That is me. And anyway, so that is one of the many things that are going on right now. And we are in a state where we have to start stepping up as American citizens. I was ranting a little bit last night on this because I don't see a lot of patriots standing up, willing to do the job. There are some. There definitely, like when I was in Louisville, there was quite a few out there. Kyle and his group that were out there in Kenosha, they were all for it. There was another group, I want to say it was in Tennessee, that stood up. There've been a few. I've seen a couple show up to Portland. So there are some groups that are standing up, but we as an American citizenry, the entire country of American patriots needs to start standing up and saying that's enough of this shit. Because if the police do it for us, it's a problem. If the police are the ones who put this back in control, it's a problem for us. It was the same thing with the May 1st thing. I kept saying the worst thing that could happen was that these governors are the ones to release the lockdowns. If we let them release the lockdowns, that's a problem, because we didn't stand up and say, this is not your power. We said, thank you for letting us go back to our lives. Thank you. It's a huge problem if we do it that way. So we have to take the country back. We have to quell this crap. we can't let the police do it for us, because if we let the police do it for us, what it says is it's the police's job to control that much. And that's a problem. The police are not meant for this. A policeman's job essentially was to take the person that we, the citizens, we, the people, brought them, who was committing a crime, and to make sure that they stayed in jail and that they didn't get lynched before their trial, that they made it to the stand. That essentially was it. The people handled everything else, but we've turned into this society where we want police to handle everything for us. And that's a huge, huge problem. I have family who are law enforcement officers, so I'm not in that boat of defund the police, but I am in the boat of the American people need to step the hell up. And when that happens, the police can start to scale back, because they're doing our jobs, and they're not meant to do our jobs. We're meant to do our jobs. Real quick thing, guys, do me a favor if you can. Everybody who's on here right now, if you can share out the link to this video on whatever social media platform you're still on, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or whatever, Parler, whatever you're on, LinkedIn, I don't care. Do me a favor, share it out and tell people to come over here and check this out, because we are being censored as always. It's pretty standard, it's that's the standard censorship. So yeah, if you guys can share this out, I'd appreciate it. Also, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. The notifications actually are great because it will alert you whenever we go live. It'll send you an alert to your phone or whatever you use, and that way you can get in right away and you can know what's going on. Let's see, what do we got here? Read a few comments here. Louisville is in high alert. Yeah, I heard there was potentially some stuff that was going to be going back on in Louisville. That was getting crazy again. Chris Schlitt from Raleigh, North Carolina. Good to see you, man. Scott Coons Coast Guard is in Louisville. Oh, that's crazy. The Coast Guard. Wow. All right. Freedom Spirit, took a minute to find this. Hello. Hello, Freedom Spirit. Yeah, like I said, the powers that be are definitely censoring the crap out of this and blocking whatever they can. And Facebook has just given me another 7-day group ban. Can't join groups, can't share to groups, all that good stuff. So you got to love it. Let's see. Happy Hour finally got in. Good deal, man. Good to see you. Happy Hour Al. Mike Dano, good evening. Sorry he's late. No worries, man. No worries. And I'll call you and tell you what I was told after the call, Dano. Also, by the way, October 24th, it's official now. October 24th in Harrisburg, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dano, but in Harrisburg, PA, they're going to be doing the Assembly for Freedom 3.0. It's going to be a full-on Trump rally. Bring all your Trump gear. Not, for this event, like, we don't want to make it like crazy open carry. Okay. This is not your Michigan march on the Capitol. Like, nobody's being told to leave their guns at home. Leave your guns at home, boy. I think that was the Queen song, right? Nobody's saying that. Just, responsibly carry, and, if you don't have to bring them, don't bring them. That would be the thing, because the hopes are in attracting some high profile people. You know what I mean? Some very high profile people. And those high profile people are less likely to come if there's, 10,000 people with ARs. I'm just saying. So, not that it's bad to do it. Just let's think about that. If we can get those people there, it'll make it even bigger. It'll make it huge. So yeah, if you can leave them at home, please do. Conceal carry, whatever, legally you got to do. Just let's try to make it a little bit different. Anyway, happy hour. We have to find a better way of communicating. That was quite apparent this afternoon with the Angry Viking. I've been saying this all along. Yeah, man. It's, and here's the problem. Here's the big problem. When we started this back at the beginning of April, when I started this at the beginning of April, because I was the one who started it, I was pretty much the only one out there. Nobody was calling for any protests anywhere. I called for the largest one, and we immediately had thousands of people on the page that we first started, the American Revolution 2.0 page. Had thousands of people on there within a couple of days, and that got shut down. But we knew that was going to get shut down, so we had already started all the state groups and started funneling people out there. And we had thousands of people in all of those groups. And they just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing. I mean, the Illinois one, at one point we had like 25,000 people. It was crazy. They were massive groups, massive. Every state, it was just huge. And then those got shut down on April 30th. So we took a week or two, finally reset them up. We started on the Memorial Day thing, and we got shut down again, and it keeps shutting down, and people get tired of being part of groups that get shut down. So then they don't want to, and they don't keep in touch, or they're just like, well, whatever, I'll find them. So, you have that going on, and at the same time, you have new people pop up that are trying to do something. I got a call from a guy. He wanted to do the same thing we did on May 1st. He wanted to do another one. It was like end of August. And he's like, no, but we're going to do it different than yours. Oh, what are you going to do different? And he explained to me everything that we did. And I said, okay, well, that's all the stuff that we did. Yeah, but it's different. Well, how's it different? Well, it just is. Okay. Well, good luck with that. But, what I'm trying to get at here is, we keep getting people who are trying to get famous, and the space gets crowded very quickly. And, I could give a shit less about fame. Honestly, I really could care less. What I care about is the message that goes out. That's what I care about. That's all I've cared about from the beginning, is that we do this thing the right way, the responsible way, to be effective. That's my only concern, is effectiveness. Like, think about this. With where we're at right now, how is this going to get fixed? Bill Gates is talking 2022, bud. That's when we're going to go back to somewhat normal after the vaccination and a couple more years. No. This is not going to be the new normal for the next 2 years even. I don't care. It's not. The riots and BLM burning and looting and all of that crap. Like, we're just going to keep sitting there and let that go on? Who's going to stop it? Trump's going to stop it. Okay. All right. Well, we did something. We reelected Trump. Oh, they're screwing with the election. Okay. What? How is this going to go back to normal? Like, there is no normal anymore. Like, we have to start realizing there is no normal. There's one of two ways to go now. The ways are to do nothing or keep doing what we're doing and go off in the direction of Venezuela, go off the direction of Nazi Germany, because there was no uprising. There was no revolt. There was no revolution. They went along with it. And I'm sure they didn't go along with it like, oh, yeah, cool, take all my money and all the food. And, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was like a little bit of unrest here and there, some civil disobedience along the way. And some people saw what was happening. And, it slowly moved into that. But, overall, they didn't really fight it. Okay. And then you got the American Revolution. The Revolutionary War, and those people stood up, and it started with few, and they were just doing some big disobedience and big fight back, and they weren't putting up with the crap. They didn't even have the goal originally of liberty and independence. Like, that wasn't even really a goal. It was just they didn't like the taxes. And a few people became a few more, and then it became a big group, and then they started doing more stuff, and then it turned into a war, and they said that's enough. Now, I know the Angry Viking said today he is not for all-out brawls in the street, and I don't think that's effective either. Just straight-out brawls. Now, with the caveat of if you have BLM in your city, and I love this about Kenosha. You had BLM marching down the streets, and they started to go off into alleyways, just disappear into alleyways. And big groups of, like gangs in New York type of shit, started coming out of the shadows in the alleyways and pushing them back into the light and then down the main road and screaming and yelling. I mean, one kid had a freaking broadsword. I think there was only one guy out there with a real handgun, and he looked like ex-military or possibly even like weekend warrior type military. But you know that's what we need. We need people like out there and saying enough is enough, and if you keep trying this shit, we will knock you down. We will beat your ass. You don't pull this stuff in our city. That's what we need. We need more of that. Just being there is typically enough, but we have to have the Patriots there doing it. And if we don't have the Patriots there doing that, like I wasn't there Sunday night. I was there Monday night. Sunday night was the night that what's his name got shot 7 times or whatever. Monday night was when all the real burning started. And the majority of the business owners were standing outside watching shit burn. Like that's what they were doing. Nobody was stopping nothing. They were just watching it burn. Oh, I hope my buddy's business down there. I hope that one's okay. Disappointing and sad. That's what it was. It was disappointing and sad. Raymond, thank you. He said he shared this out on Wimkin. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Scott Kuntz. They're gearing up for the release of the Breonna Taylor report, maybe tomorrow at 2, and we are ready. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll head down there for that if it actually is gonna happen. Shit starts to kick off. Call me, man. I'll head out there right away. Mike Dano, I want to inspire people to walk as free people and stand up for their own rights and freedoms. Yeah, I mean that's the point I'm getting at here is at what point in time do we become free American citizens? Like we haven't actually experienced that in anyone alive's lifetime. I don't care if you're 116. No one has experienced the Constitution as it was written and as it was intended in a living person's lifetime. Just hasn't happened. And why hasn't it happened? I mean, first off, the founding fathers immediately compromised on the Constitution immediately in order to get it set up. So how then do we get that reinstituted, especially when we don't have a military force that's mostly across an ocean. We have a bunch of high school college soy boys and pansy SJW pussies that none of them even know what the hell their gender is. Who are right here, but they're psychotic and apparently not taking their meds, or maybe taking too many. Maybe the meds are the problem. I don't know. But they're psychotic and they're like freaking out and are triggered by everything. And but they're here, like they're right here. Like, and some of them are our kids. I mean, not mine. My oldest is 19 in the Marines, but my oldest here at the house is only 11. She's not out there burning that shit, and I'm making sure she gets she gets the education so she doesn't. So it's a bit like, what the hell are we supposed to do, and how do we actually get this country back on the right track? Because that's the real question. An election is not going to do it. I don't know how many times I've heard this. Well, we just need to elect the right people in. I mean, don't get me wrong. An election is part of the process, but it's not the whole thing. We're not going to elect our way out of this. We have over centuries elected our way into this by being given the choice of, well, do you want bad or do you want worse? Every 4 years, that's our choice. Do you want bad or do you want worse? And honestly, when Trump was running, that was really how I felt at the time. I've been extremely surprised by Trump, far beyond anything I thought. I honestly thought we were voting between a career politician criminal and a career businessman criminal. I mean, that really was the choices. So I was for Trump because, hell, at least it's something different, and it can't be as bad as that loony, batshit crazy lady. But anyway, here, let me see a few more comments here. I skipped a few. Freedom Spirit, she's going to be there in PA as well. So will I. I'm going to that one in person, October 24th again. I believe it's in Harrisburg. Mike Dano, yep, he confirmed that. Happy hour. If I go to a legally open carry state, even though I am from a very restricted state of New Jersey, can I get in trouble for carrying because of where I live? You just got to make sure that your transport up to the state line is legal. And back from the state line is legal. Once you get to a state where it's you can legally open carry, you do what you want. It's the same thing with me going to Wisconsin. I can't open carry here, but I can in Wisconsin. So from here to Wisconsin to the border, I gotta make sure that things are packed the right way. But then once I get into Wisconsin, then I'm good. Just in case you happen to get pulled over, would be the big thing. Yep. I said, yeah, guys. And if you can, please do me a favor, share this out as much as you can. We want to get the word out and keep it going. By the way, I also figured out how to, I think, have a second person on here via Zoom. So, that is a possibility in the future. If you're interested in being on, let me know. I do want to test it out first, and then I want to get the Angry Viking on here because I want to talk to him about some stuff we didn't get to talk about today, and I think that would be fun. I want to talk to him about how he sees the direction of the country going, because right now he's got the spotlight, and I think if he's guiding things in the right direction, he could do some really, really good things with that spotlight. I think it could be great. Let's see, Scott Kuntz, National Guard. Oh, the National Guard. Okay. Sorry, the Coast Guard kind of threw me off, man. All right, so the National Guard is ready to go out there in Louisville. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. Happy hour. When we let this government know that we are not afraid of them is when we will be back free again. When not only that we let them know that we're not afraid of them, but also they start to be afraid of us. When they understand that this country is not just these mob, uncontrolled anarchist idiots, it also is the silent majority can be a controlled mob. That's when things will start to change. The second we show that we know we have the power, that's when things will start to change. That's when they'll realize, oh shit, these guys could break into my house and tar and feather me. That's when they'll start to do things the right way, because there has to be that fear, minimally the respect of the American people, and not many people have it. I mean, I do not believe that Trump fears us. I do think that he does have respect for the American people, and he is trying to do what he thinks is best. But again, that goes at the thing of like, well, what is he? He's a representative of us. He's meant to do what he thinks we want done within the confines of the Constitution, of course. So that is the thing, right? Let's see. Happy hour. The answer is obvious. We are going to have to fight our way out of it. Elections. Elections will not work. They're being bought and paid for by outside sources that want to see us fail as a country. Absolutely, and that's actually what happened here in Illinois. A great gentleman I had the pleasure of meeting, Cash Jackson. I believe he's a Navy SEAL, and retired Navy SEAL. Ran for governor back 2 years ago against Pritzker. Got completely shut out by Cash. Pritzker didn't even give him a shot. He got 100% shut down because of the Cash situation. So, when that's the state our country is in, I don't know. I mean, and AOC was just a damn experiment. Like AOC was seriously, I think she was run to see how dumb of a person they could get in with just money. Like, I honestly think that's what that was. AOC was a bet. Oh yeah? Well, two guys, I picture this perfectly. Two guys are sitting at the bar, talking about getting somebody elected, and they're like, oh yeah? Well, I bet you can't, I bet you $100,000. You couldn't get her elected. Points to the waitress behind him. And it's AOC. And the other guy's like, oh yeah? I'll take you up on that bet. Look at those horse teeth. I can get that elected. I'm telling you, that has to have been the way that went. Like, there's no other way that woman ends up in office other than a couple of billionaires, getting drunk at the bar and betting on it. That the only way I possibly see it. Chris Schlitt. This is so foreign to people, along with Constitution and history. I am looked at as a nutcase for caring and wanting to prepare. Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem is it's been turned into this dichotomy. It's not just the black and white thing, right? They're trying to bait it into a race war. They've been trying to do that for a long time. That's one of the methods. The other method they're doing is not just that. They're also trying to turn this into a political war. This is not the left versus the right. It is to a degree, but to the same degree, it's white versus black. Not really. It's only skin deep. Go figure that one. Love the pun, but that's the problem. Is it's not really left versus right. It's not, because it's socialists and communists versus Americans. That's what it is. Because that false narrative that it's left versus right, that it's Democrats versus Republicans, all that's going to do is push more people over to their side that shouldn't really be over there. Supporting the Democrats because they think that's what the battle is, and they don't like Trump for whatever reason, or they're buying into the bullshit. Like, we need to stop that narrative. And not to mention the fact that the Republicans are no fucking better. The Republicans aren't better. They're not. This idea that the Republicans in general have our best interests at heart. No, they don't. There are a couple. Yeah, there are a couple. But the majority, no. That's just not a thing. Jonas, 3333, tar and feathering should have started months ago. Amen. Yes, it frickin' should have. Grey Wolf Brat, hello, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. Jonas again, it's a selection, not an election. Thousands graduate every year with esteem from our universities in government, economics, political science, etc. We get a father, son from same family. We nearly get husband, wife. I know. And I mean, the craziness of it is that they're all idiots. Like, I mean, it's picking the least evil. That's what it is every year. Why every year is it just picking the least worse of the two? Like, I don't understand how running the free world is put down to the two shittiest lawyers every 4 years. And which one's not that bad? Which one do you think is not that bad? And that's our choices every 4 years. Which of these lawyers isn't that shit? Maybe that's the problem, is we have lawyers, and that's who's running. Lawyers. And what the hell was Obama? He was a lawyer, but he was like an activist or something. Basically, like he would have been out there burning cities with these people. Like that's what he would have been doing. It drives me insane that this is where we're at. Mike Cheney, thank you for sharing on Shitbook. I appreciate it, man. Freedom Spirit, yes, it is Shitbook. That is for sure. Fascist book is what I like calling it, because they are definitely some damn fascists. They're all for censoring, and that's what's going to get crazy here. Is the censorship has already been amped up since April. The censorship has been going off the hook on social media. Just all new extremes. Like Google gets to decide what's hate speech and what's not. Facebook gets to decide who's a mass murderer and who's just doing self-defense. Are you kidding me? And they get to decide the narrative and tell us what the narrative is. Oh, excuse me. Not the legal system, not the justices, not the judges, none of that. Facebook does, and Google get to tell you that. Timothy Queen, sorry, that hit the your comment there hit the flags, so I unhid that one. I liked it. Anyway, but yeah, I mean these technocrats get to tell us what the story is, what the truth is supposed to be, and they get to decide who gets to talk and who doesn't, who has a voice and who doesn't. Imagine what our founding fathers would say to this shit. Imagine what they would say. Like, what would George Washington do? He'd have started capping motherfuckers. Like, 100%, he'd have started going off. Guaranteed. Thomas Jefferson, the man would have started shooting up the place. Like, it's insane. If they came here and saw this country and what we have allowed it to become. And this is the thing, right? I've been trying to figure out kind of what the theme of this channel is for a while, and what my purpose in all of this is. And I really believe my purpose in all of this is educating conservatives. I'm not going after liberals. I'm going after conservatives. I want conservatives to be, because they're the best shot. Like I just talked about this. The extremist liberals were not going to change their mind. The moderates, they're still figuring out what's truth and what's not. It's really the conservatives that are the ones that have to be educated, not on how to deal with the liberals, but on what the hell's actually coming, what the hell's actually happening. What are the real things that are going on? Like, how is what's happening now going to affect later, and how is that all going to twist around and screw with people? It honestly, like, because I've watched and I've watched and I've watched and I've watched the right screw it up and screw it up and screw it up and screw it up, and we need to get this straight. Hold on here. Let me catch up on a few comments. There was one that'll bring me back to this. Where was I? Happy hour. The conversation probably went more like, I bet you can't screw her by the end of the night. Yeah, probably. And that's probably how he offered to let her run. I've always wanted to be, I wanted to be in the House of Representatives. I always wanted to be, I'll if you let me in the House of Representatives. Yeah, I mean, I could see that totally. This is so going to get demonetized. I don't really care. Let me see. Raymond Rosenberry, we need to keep exposing the lies and spreading the truth. Yes, we do. And we need to understand what the truth really is. That's the key to it. How is this going to work out? Timothy Queen, all the commie asswipes need bullets sent through their worthless heads. I don't disagree. Jonas, 3333, more and more anti-mask groups disappear from Facebook all the time. They do not want us to organize. No, and it's not just the anti-mask groups. Now they're going after the anti-pedophile, anti-child slavery, anti-child trafficking groups. They're knocking them out. They were knocking out the Q groups. They were knocking out militia groups. I'm just saying all the buzzwords right now. Any patriotic group. I've seen the Oath Keepers got taken down. 3%ers got taken down. We've been taken down more than any other group, period. And it's ridiculous. Personal accounts. We're up to about 30 personal accounts that have been knocked out in the group that we know of, just from higher people in the group getting censored. And we're at around 150 groups. We're at 5, business pages taken down. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just months of posts just deleted at random. It's insane. Brian S. The office of president now has a price on it. If you win, you get millions after office. Yeah, it does. And book deals and all kinds of shit. There's so much you can barter. That's what Obama did. He gave book deals to book companies in schools so that he could have a book deal when he was done. It's crazy. Chris Schlitt, seems like after the founders of the social media giants had to go testify in Washington, they got more aggressively censoring. Yeah, and nobody's doing anything. Raymond Rosenberry, Wimkin is in beta, and I hope it survives. It's uncensored. The problem I have with Wimkin is they're just learning. They're just learning the ropes. They've been attacked. They've been censored. They've been shut down. They're having their own problems on the internet. It's I don't know. I don't know how quick the learning curve they're going to catch on with it is. That's why I keep telling people to go to mymilitia.com. That is the one place. That site has already been through the ringer. It's already been massively attacked. It's set up to withstand it. Rick Wells, it is way past time to rise up and take our country back. The leftist Democratic Party. There's a mistake. I'm cut this off real quick. Stop calling them Democratic. They're Democrats, not Democratic Party. The Democrat Party. Is after total power and control over all of us and won't stop till we stop them. You're damn right. Jonas, unless they're in the Q cult. And Q is an interesting thing to me. The biggest problem I have with Q in general, or not really with Q, because the Q stuff is very Nostradamus-like. Like they're riddles and you have to figure it out. What does it really mean? And if you're wrong, it doesn't matter. Like one of these quatrains that Nostradamus had, the brown fox will eat the yellow owl and crap out purple mice. Oh, well, that means that Napoleon took over and tried to invade Russia, or tried to invade Russia after he took over France, and then the purple mouse, that's all his soldiers freezing to death. It's easy to guess this shit after the fact. It's not, you can make it mean whatever you want. But the followers I have a bit of a problem with the fact that when they think that somebody else is going to take care of it for them. I think that's a problem with conservatives in general. It's not just Q followers. They think Trump's going to fix this shit. Trump's not going to fix this. Think about this. If I fix, so many analogies. There's a reason you don't let low-income people live in nice apartments, because they're going to trash it. That's what they do. Our country has turned into low-income people. We as a country have turned into low-income people. We are begging for socialism. Not all of us, but a majority are begging for socialism to some degree or another. And that's the scary part. We're literally begging for it. So what's Trump going to do? Trump's not going to do shit without us. We have to get in there and we have to take the damn country back. We have to prove worthy of it. That's why the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Patriots as well. We have to earn it. It doesn't come free. Freedom is not free. It may be granted by God, but it's not free. It has to be paid for. Joe Cope, thank you. Awesome, man. I appreciate the compliment there. You said great podcast. Sounds Ray Furman. I like Wimkin. Yeah, I've heard good things, but they are in the testing period is the problem. They're weeding out a lot of the bugs, and it's going to take them some time. You know, they're not really set up yet to be able to withstand this stuff. Rick Wells, their agenda is one world order, but they have to get the guns out of our hands first. That's what all this gun control or confiscation is about. Yeah, and it's also the propaganda that has gone on. You know, I've talked to so many people that are like, well, I just don't want to live in a world where I have to own a gun. Okay, I don't know where that brainwash bullshit came from. Like, I do. I want to live in a world where everybody has a gun. It will be probably the most peaceful world ever. It would. Like, I don't know. You're not going to try shit if you know everybody else is going to have a gun. The old saying, good fences make good neighbors. You know, guns are the same thing. You know, if you think your neighbor has a gun, how likely are you to go start some shit? This propaganda idea that the Wild West was so horrible. It was actually extremely civil. Not in the sense of like, you know, the civilization that we've built now, but in the fact of how people treated each other. They were very nice to each other. I mean, sure, you had the tyrant pop up every now and then, but they were usually put down by somebody else with a gun, you know, and somebody who believed in law and order. And we had people who believed in law and order then. Let's see. Grey Wolf Brat sent my congressman a letter today telling him we the people are tired of Fancy Nancy wasting taxpayers' money with this trying to impeach Trump, and the justice is not even laid to rest yet. Sickening. It very much so is. Let's see. Scott Buchanan, just when I was starting to find gratitude to finding toilet tissue, I am pissed at not finding ammo. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe make spitballs. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. The ammo thing is insane. That's why I'm looking to get me an old musket and, you know, kit to be able to make lead balls myself. Because, you know, and you know, just stockpile shit tons of gunpowder. Because, you know, I mean, shit, I can go on any roof and I can get me 200 rounds off of one of those roofing tins, you know, and then we're good to go. Jonas, regarding Q, a real leader doesn't speak to his people in cryptic riddles. A real leader speaks with integrity and strength. Not only that, but a real leader shows his damn face. This is the problem I have with Patriot Fury and those things. It's a great commercial. It's a nice, inspiring commercial. But as far as like a real person, you show your face. You don't hide. You don't hide who you are. Take responsibility for what you have and get out there. This was one of the things that I realized with the May 1st protest that I was putting on. I had to put my face on it so that other people couldn't take credit for it and twist it and screw it up. I put my name on it. My name was out there immediately with that thing. I wasn't looking for credit. I wasn't looking for fame. I just wanted to make sure that the message didn't get screwed up. I saw too many times where that had been done with the Tea Party and other things. And, you know, I didn't want that to happen with this. It was too important that it didn't. Let's see. Sansray Furman, really glad you're back again. Thank you. Chris Schlitt, Josh, as we sit, do you think they can come take our weapons? I do. Kevin Moore, thank you. Thank you very much. He says he likes what I am saying. I actually do believe that they can come for our guns. There are a couple situations that make this possible. One of those situations that makes this possible is exactly what's going on. We continue to get more and more of a police state, you know, as the anarchy and the craziness continues to build. The police are the ones taking care of it. As the police are the ones taking care of it, you get these things that are happening now, and it's the start of it, where we're saying that any kind of violence to a police officer is a hate crime. Where harming a police officer in any way is a federal crime. We're upping the control and the power and the protection for police. We're not supposed to give them more power. I'm glad that they're doing this, but if we were the ones out there stopping it, then there would be no need for this. But what's happening is we're giving more power to police to solve it for us. We want them to fix it for us. And if we're going to give them that special class, then, that's more power that they have. The problem with that is not that I don't trust police right now. Not that I don't trust the people in charge right now. The problem is when you take that power and you move it 5, 10, hell, even a year into the future, what are those people in charge going to do with that power? Power attracts evil people. That's why our country was established, so that nobody had that much power. It was established to limit power. We had the power, but we have given up. We have asked other people to take care of us. Just do it for me. Just take care of it for me. I don't want to do that. And that's the problem in this country. The lack of responsibility. Let's see. Sansaray, I want a big fence and a big gun. Amen. Kevin, welcome, man. He says he's new. Welcome. Please, anybody who hasn't, hit the like, the subscribe, the notifications, all that good stuff. And do me a favor and share this out. We are constantly censored, nonstop on all social media platforms. I'm officially taking the title as the most censored group on all of social media. At this point, I don't think anybody's going to contest it. And if somebody wants to show me that they've been censored more than we have, please bring it. I want to see it. I want to see somebody who's been censored more than we have. Please. Come on. I just don't believe it. Anyway, let's see where we at. Hey, Monica's hopped on. Welcome, Monica. Good to see you. And Tim Coverdale. Hey, man, it's been a while. Freedom spirit. Reinventing myself constantly just to stay on Facebook. Yeah, I think I'm on my 8th or 9th account at this point, and now I have I can't be on Wi-Fi. I need to reboot my router every day, all this other crap just to be able to stay on there and keep spreading the word. And then they still censor me by blocking me from sharing to groups for a week, just whenever they feel like it. Rick Wells, so what do you think about all the talk of the UN being brought in to help with gun confiscation? I think it's possible. I actually think this is how it's going to go. The left is going to go insane. The right's going to start to stand up. I think chances are there's going to be military and police that are coming in, and they're going to be trying to quell everything and stopping what's going on. And in the Democrat states where they have registers, they're going to use the police to come take them out of homes. Illinois is definitely one of those states. If you're on the gun registry, you got a FOID card, all that good stuff, they're coming to your house to take your guns. Absolutely. As soon as the unrest starts, that's what they're doing. Now, once that's going, that's when the UN, because it's not going to quell it. It's just going to continue. It's going to go crazier. And then the UN's going to come in, and they're going to be aiming at patriots. They're not going to be aiming at the left. The UN has already come out in, backing BLM, backing Antifa. They're not going to be coming for them. They're the peaceful protesters. They're going to be coming for us. That's where that's going. So Rick, that's my thoughts. I think this is going to be one after another strike. This isn't a one and done. Like, cool, there's the riots that are going to happen when he appoints somebody to replace RBG. That's not going to be the end of it. That's not by far. That's going to be the beginning potentially of it. If that's not the beginning, definitely when they announce he's the president again, that will. It's going to be stage after stage after stage. This is going to be a long battle, and that's why I've been trying to get people to get together and get in groups and get organized for months now, because it's if it was just the Patriots versus the left weirdo extremists, if that's all it was, we got this hands down. We don't even need to be organized. We just civil war be over quick. It's not going to be that. It's going to be this. We're going to be fighting police, potentially. We're going to be fighting military, potentially. We're going to be fighting the UN, potentially. And then after all of that's done, then there's potentially an invasion from Russia or China. That's my bet. This is going to keep on going. Sleeping masses, 200 billionaires, looks like 11.6 million people who are millionaires, about to be just as poor as the poor. You said that last night, and I still don't get it. I'm not sure what unalienable rights. Actually, and this is another thing. Again, educating conservatives. It's not unalienable. There is a slight difference in definition between inalienable and unalienable. Inalienable means you can't even give it up if you wanted to. Unalienable, actually, you can. If you want to give up your rights, you're allowed to. You're allowed to do that. Inalienable with an I means you're not even allowed to give it up. It's inherent. It's God granted. It's stuck in you. That's the way it is. So just slight definition meaning. Dictionaries now today combine the two words to mean the same thing. I think that's bullshit. They're trying to dumb people down is what they're trying to do. Extremely right-wing California, welcome back. Hello from Mendocino County. Hope I pronounced that right. James Beaver, speaker brother. Let's see, what do we got? Kevin Moore, I've already hit the... Hold on, that scrolled a little too far. I've already hit the like button. People are selling out their freedom for safety and for someone to send them a check. Flat out laziness. Oh, yeah. Well, and then that's the craziness is the left is using that. The left is going to continue to take and hold on to that stimulus check and continue to battle it and use that as the carrot, right? Well, if you vote Democrat, we'll get this passed through. The Harris administration with Joe Biden will make this happen. And people will buy that crap. The Republicans are the ones holding it up. That is so horrible. Let's see, Monica, I'm so happy to have a moment to sit down today. Been cleaning pens with the tractor and had to save our geriatric white alpaca from the donkey trying to beat him up. Holy crap. Oh, man. Mean old ass. Why is it always the donkey group that's being a jerk, Let's see. Sansray, yeah, I think we won the prize. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Kevin Moore. Monica, yeah, she's got her hands full for sure. Sleeping masses, civil unrest. Told y'all burn their money. I don't know. Here's the thing, sleeping masses. I don't really have a problem with money. Under normal circumstances, I don't think money is the root of all evil. I think money is like a tool like anything else. It's like a gun. It's not about the money itself. It's about what the asshole with it does. A good person with money is going to do good things. A bad person with money is going to do bad things. It just amplifies it. A good person with a gun is going to do good things. A good person or a bad person with a gun is going to do really bad things. It just amplifies it. The money itself is not the problem. Although we have been had so much propaganda shoved down our throats that money is what it's supposed to be for. Me and my wife were talking about this. It's such an idiotic thing. That nowadays it's essentially like we're all on hamster wheels. That's what it is. It's all a trap. Everybody thinks they're working their way out of the trap. You're working your butt off to get out of it, and all you're doing is you're spinning that hamster wheel. It doesn't matter what you do, what little hamster wheel, and everybody thinks their hamster wheel is the one that's going to actually make it out. All it is just a different color hamster wheel. We're all on hamster wheels. They're all just different colors. Maybe yours has some bedazzles on it or something. I don't know. Maybe this one has tie-dye on it. I don't know, whatever. This one's got glitter. Great. That's awesome. Yours has a picture of Justin Bieber in there. But it's still just a damn hamster wheel. That's all it is. We're all on hamster wheels at this point, and we have to stop this crap. This is the thing. Like it literally is going to come to this, and I've been saying this for a while. It's literally going to come to a choice between air conditioning and freedom, and which one are you going to pick? If the answer isn't freedom 100%, if the answer is something like, well, but I want both, you don't get both, and you're not getting the point. Like they literally are going to use these methods of control in order to get you to give up your freedom. That's what they have been doing for decades. That 9/11, baby. Like, if you don't get that, 9/11 that was what they did. Anyway, Jonas, word is Kissinger's already selected that Trump has it. Hold on, scrolled too far. Where'd that go? Russia and China are just controlled opposition, though. Yeah, and actually, I'm not convinced that Russia isn't on our side. I think there's a reason that Russia is constantly targeted as the villain, and I don't think it's because they are. I think they're the most likely country actually to be our allies if some kind of civil war or something of the like happens. Mike Dano, he just found out that he's censored from joining groups to stop spam. Yep. Yep. Sealig, good to see you again. Welcome. Rick Wells, thank you. We are thinking along the same lines with how it will unfold. When it really kicks off, we will be in it for a while. Oh yeah, this is going to be, I was trying to explain to some people, like, if in order to kick something off, or when something kicks off, this is 5 to 10 years minimum that you're not going to see your kids. Like if you're involved in this, it's going to be 5 to 10 years before you see your family. You're going to be in it if you even see them again, and you don't go into this with the idea, yeah, I'm coming home. Like you're not coming home. And that's really the thing. Like when this kicks into a civil war type of scenario, and I say when now, I don't say if, when this does, yeah, this is 5-10 years before anybody's coming home from this thing. This is going to be crazy, and it's going to be. Unfortunately, it's needed. Like that. Honestly, this is probably about the only way this country gets a chance of getting its freedom back. Kevin Moore, the mention of Kissinger makes a cold chill run down my spine. He'd be a good Halloween costume. Scary. Yeah. Oh, God, that's funny. Sealig, the actual verse is the love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah, exactly. And actually, I knew that. Thank you for putting that up there. It is the love of money, but it's been changed to just the idea of money is the root of all evil. They leave off that love of, and it's done purposefully, which is the interesting part. Let's see. Raymond Rosenberry, people have already picked and have chosen poorly. Yeah. Oh, did I see Archangel 3B? I must have. Oh, there he is. Hey, man, good to see you, Archangel 3B. LFR, if you are looking for like-minded people in your area, check out mymilitia.com. Yes, please do. Great website. Like I said, it's already been through the ringer that Wimkin's like going through now. A lot of the security measures and control factors are already set up in there. So, you know, the potentiality of it being attacked and shut down in the same ways that Wimkin constantly is are very minimal. And it's a great communication tool. It's an old school forum, you know. You can still keep in contact. You know, it's a good base way to keep touch with real patriots. And you know, there's already 12, 13, 14,000 people on there right now. So, you know, it's not like going to Wimkin and you hope a bunch of people are coming in there and you hope it's the right people. You don't have to worry about that. Our people are already, for the most part, already screened, you know, so you know you're dealing with good people. Grey Wolf Brat, freedom, yes. You know, this makes me think of the Braveheart scene. Yeah, Brensway, Russia has been on our side in every major war. I think there was one where they actually flip-flopped onto our side. At first they weren't, I believe. What was that? Was that World War I or II? I forget which one. It's been a while since I studied my history on those. Let's see. Oh, Seelig, I was guessing you were Dana. I was guessing that, but thank you for confirming. Dana M. Malone Melendrez. I used to love to say that name. Don't get to say it often now. Let's see. Yeah, Archangel. Welcome to the Hunger Games. Dead on. Sleeping Masses. History always repeats itself. Victor always rewrites their truth. Ain't that the truth? Definitely is. Kevin Moore, no, mymilitia.com does not have a store. There is a place you can donate if you want to help support the website, but there's not a store. There's not a bunch of merchandise, stuff like that. We do want to get that eventually, but at this point, we're kind of like waiting to see what happens with the damn country. I'm not, you know, there's no point in putting all that up and then and you know, and then the country going to hell. You know, I don't want to be selling T-shirts while we're in civil war. Anyway. But yeah, there is a donate feature on there on the My Militia site if you want to help support the website. Otherwise, yeah, we also have where you can donate in here. You can join a membership in here on the channel here itself, and there is a PayPal link in the description that you can also donate to if you want to help financially in any way. Let's see. Deanna Simpson, I do not see any gun control problems in the Stand My Ground state, Florida, flying off the shelves. Yeah, no, it's not the gun control that's a problem. It's the ammo control. There's just not enough of it. That's the big problem right now in most places. Rick Wells, I've been with My Militia over a year now, and it's a great site to stay in touch with others across the country or find groups in your area. Absolutely. I love mymilitia.com. I found it completely by accident, and I was kind of blown away with what had already been there, and then, you know, ended up in charge of it with the help of well, not the help of, I mean, mostly at the helm. Let Freedom Ring, awesome guy running most of the stuff on there. I just kind of you know, take his lead for the most part. I'm in charge, but you know, yeah, you know how it goes. Let's see. There we go. There we go. LAF, SRS, LAF. Russia had a non-aggression pact with Germany until Germany invaded them. Yeah. Kevin Moore. Is it an amazing how all the school shootings just abruptly stopped? Oh, I know. School shootings stopped. All kinds of stuff. Nobody gets sick from anything else anymore. Like, I think COVID cured cancer. Like, honestly. Archangel 3B. Discord shut us down just like Facebook. Actually, in coordination, surprisingly enough. They shut down the My Militia server and the AR2 server at the same time. So we just never put those back up because we know they're going to keep shutting them down at that point. Brensway, sorry, you're right. The one time American troops fought Russians was at the end of World War I, and they lost. Yeah. I only remember that, Brensway, because I used to make fun of my Russian ex-wife with that one. That they were on the wrong side of one of the wars, and then they switched, and then we had to come in and save their ass. Because I used to make fun of her all the time on that. We had to come in and end their fight because they couldn't do it. Corey Watterson, my militia member, new to your show. Good stuff. Well, thank you, Corey. Yeah, I try to do this every night. Actually, we're about 10 minutes overtime. I apologize to everybody who just going here and having some fun. But yeah, we try to do this every night. It's a standard thing. Get on here. We do the little Patriot Hour, and talk about current events. Try to go over some stuff. Cover comments and really have kind of a little bit of a dialogue. I do a little bit of a rant at the beginning, but that's about it. And yeah, we go from there. Deanna Simpson, truthfully, I trust no government in this world. Damn right. Jonas 3333, in my opinion, there is no pandemic. There never was. COVID-19 was never isolated as a novel coronavirus. There were some early documents via China not legit. And this is the thing that blows me away, is when you look at the overall numbers, they're still lower than the previous year. When you include, the pneumonia, chest illnesses, the flu, stuff like that, those overall numbers are still lower this year than they were. Like, how do you have a new disease and the numbers are lower? That makes absolutely no sense. None at all. But anyway, sleeping masses, district attorney, public defenders, and judges work together to warehouse citizens, corrupt judicial system all the way up to the White House. Citizens are dollar signs. Yeah, it's true. And I've been part of that. I've been a paycheck to the system before. Spent some time in jail. Chris Schlitt, sleeping masses. I know what you're saying. The Rick will become the never when money goes away because they have no clue how to tough it out and survive. They will be our peasants. All right. I got lost on that one. SRS, LAF, the founding fathers didn't trust government either, hence limiting its power in the Constitution. That's what the Constitution is all about, is establishes it but limits it. That's 90% of that, and it's crazy. There we go, Chris Schlitt. Rich will become the beggar. Yeah. I think isn't that a biblical saying? Sansaray will know that one, I'm for sure. But the rich become the beggar becomes the rich man. I forget the verse. It's been so long since I've read my Bible. But anyway, guys, we're a little bit over tonight. So if you can, do me a favor, share this thing out. If you haven't already, make sure you make sure you subscribe, and tune back in tomorrow night. We do this every night, 8:00 Central Time. We want to keep building it. We're building back up here until YouTube shuts us down. Facebook already is pretty much booted us off of there. We still do a little bit on there. But we've been booted so many times off of Facebook. It's ridiculous. So, do me a favor, share this thing out, and let people know. Tomorrow night, 8:00, right here. We'll be doing the same thing every night. New subjects. Hopefully, we start getting some guests on. I'd be interested in that. Every night, 8:00 Central. Keep it patriotic, guys.